What is going on YouTube? It is Primitive here, and today I'm going to bring you a fun little match between two ChaosGallantmon decks. One is going to be ChaosGallantmon Tactimon, which will be on the left. This is a list we have seen on the channel before, piloted by YouTube's favorite Lonnie, but we will have Chris on the left this time. And on the right, we're going to have ChaosGallantmon with the Plutomon. So very similar decks and archetype, but how they're going to play out is very different. As you see, we'll see the Sound Birdmon, which is a Digimon that is very rarely ever seen. It does have the when attacking effect, but gets Digivolve on top of, so won't get that effect there. We saw turn 1 just a hard play from the Meramon on the other side, so no rookie there, is a bit of a brick. And then Ty and Matt coming out. Hits the rookie, so can start to build up in raising if you choose to, or you can go into an ultimate on top of the Meramon. We saw that the Skull Meramon was in hand, accidentally Digivolving on top of there, so you could Digivolve the Skull Meramon on top of the Meramon for 2, putting your opponent at 1, and being in a pretty decent spot. Now you have an ultimate and a champion on raising. Your opponent does have the Ty and Mat, which can be a bit annoying later when you go into Chaos Gallant, giving your opponent extra memory, and if they do go into Zwart or Zwart Defeat in this list, they do get the security attack +1, which can be pretty influential in this match, because with how similar the decks are, going into a sort of race is probably going to be something that's relevant in this matchup. If you're playing very similar cards and very similar lines of play, then you just have to outpace your opponent. Thinking what to do here, there is a Black War Growlmon threatened on the other side, so they can Digiburst, play the Sound Birdmon for free, and then go into ChaosGallantmon to pop it, which will pop the Skull Meramon, so that would put the player on the right a bit farther ahead if that does happen, because they would get rid of the ultimate on the other end while also developing a Mega with Black War Growlmon underneath it. We'll see if that's what they decide to go for. For now, it looks like they don't have a rookie, so we're actually just going to go straight up into the Plutomon here. Gonna draw 3, 1 for Digivolving, and then 2 for the when Digivolving effect of trigger draw 2, and then playing an option card of 6 or less for free. So gonna play Earthshaker, deleting 2 unsuspended Digimon level 4 and level 5, so the momentum shift there is absolutely insane. Your opponent having an ultimate and a champion on board and essentially just getting deleted while also cycling is really good. Plutomon definitely coming in clutch there. Your opponent's still only at 1 memory too, so without any memory to do anything on their turn, this Plutomon is relatively safe. Getting the extra draws from the Takumi will be good. You need to catch up. You saw that they didn't go into a Mega or anything like that, so going to have to cycle as much as possible, get as many resources as they can so they can actually get up and have a chance. I think on the left you're going to need to probably go into a Black War Growlmon and raising, so that way you can at least get some wide board state with the Digivolution effect, and then start Digivolving into a ChaosGallantmon on top. But we're going to see Mega Digimon Evolution. Zwart comes out to mill 3. I do believe the player on the right did miss their draw and didn't draw before milling, so this should have played out a bit differently, but gonna have to play it out from here. Do get the Lady Devi and the Retaliation Devi for free. Going to attack, popping the Plutomon back to hand to delete the Retaliation Devi. They can also use Black War Growlmon's effect to unsuspend to delete one of their Digimon, which will give it security attack +1 because of the Black Growlmon that's underneath it, and then another security check from Ty and Matt. So actually gonna get 3 checks from this first swing here. Living through, still unsuspended, can swing through and get another 2 checks, so that's actually pretty insane that this Zwart is pseudo OTKing. Hits the Zwart, so will die. Was going to go to bottom deck anyway at the end of the turn, but does die in the security check. Demi Meramon's effect's going to activate, so draw 1, discard 1. And then still at 1 memory, so you can Digivolve on top of this Lady Devi, or you could start going and raising, whatever you feel is the safest. But it looks like you're going to go into the Plutomon for 4, draw 1, and then draw 2, play an option card, 6 or less, but looks like no target, just going for the draw. Which, fair enough, if you feel like you need the draw, or if that's just the only Mega that you have in hand, then I feel it's pretty safe to go into that. But we're going to see the opponent just scoop because they aren't able to swing through 2 attackers there, because there's going to be the Guilmon coming out from raising plus the Plutomon on board. With no security and no way to get 2 blockers out on board, then that is just game. So going into game 2, going to choose to go first on the left, but just passing, whiffing a rookie once again. That's unfortunate. They also whiffed a rookie turn 1, game 1. The opponent's going to Digivolve into Sound Birdmon once again, just like game 1. I would be interested to see if they do come out and attack with this and get the when attacking effect to gain the memory, but I've never actually seen that happen in an actual game, so it would be interesting. And then we see that they're just going to hard play Lady Digimon, so this is already out to a very interesting game. One opponent just passed turn, didn't get any rookies. The other opponent doesn't have any champions, it looks like, and just went straight into Lady Digimon. So I'm going to assume this also has to be another hard play to match. If you're not going to hit the rookies, you have to give something on board. When you're at that much memory, you can't just pass. So playing the Digimon blocker, putting the opponent at 1, and developing something. So if you have an ultimate, you can at least go into it. You won't have the ability to get Black War Growlmon's Digiburst if you go into that, but going into any ultimate, even if you don't get its Digiburst, is probably going to be advantageous, so you could get something on board like ChaosGallantmon, but ChaosGallantmon popping the Sound Birdmon to pop the Digimon and then bringing it back. So that just shut down that whole game plan from the left side. Without any rookie, they are just going to be completely shut down, and they may fall too far behind. Just hard playing the Vilemon right away. The other rest of the hand must be very clunky. I see a Black War Growlmon, I see ChaosGallantmon in hand, so they're set up for their late game, but I believe the rest of the hand is just champions, so with no rookie to get out there, you're just gonna have to keep hard playing champions as your cheapest source and then start trying to get up into these ultimates. You see that the Vilemon does stick this turn, so can Digivolve. Won't be able to do anything too impactful at 2 memory because Digivolving to anything outside of Skull Meramon will pass your turn, and even if you go into your ChaosGallantmon, you don't have a target to pop the Sound Birdmon, which would be nice to at least remove something off the board. Finally developing an ultimate, choking the opponent at 1, but it might just be a little too late. The Demi Maramon's been sitting there and raising all lonely for multiple turns now. Sound Birdmon going to attack, no effect triggering, but the will revive with the ChaosGallantmon's once per turn effect. So pretty much a free check there. Gilmon also swinging in. It does have a 2k boost because of its Digitama, so it's at 4k, so it will survive that check. I think that's what they're talking about right now. It's at 4k. It should still be suspended. So, yep, there we go. They'll fix it there. So it did survive the check because the Sound Birdmon did die, so the Gigimon proc plus 2k, 4k, and a 3k check. So everything's good here. Going to Digivolve into Zwart Defeat, so now the Tie and Mat is online, which means that game next turn is just threatened because you can just swing for 2 checks with Zwart Defeat and then swing 2 more checks with the Sound Birdmon and the Gilmon just for game. Magidramon going to come out and mill, passing the turnover at 1 and going to gain 2 memory from the Tie and Mat. Looks like neither of the players are noticing at the moment, but I'm sure they will fix it very shortly. It's something that I'm sure both players are aware of. There we go. So the Zwart Defeat can swing for 2 checks thanks to the Tie and Mat. First check, very clean, and then a second check from Tie and Mat here. Can swing with the Sound Birdmon, hit it, and then Gilmon, and that is just game. So the Plutomon variant is going to go ahead and take this down. Although, to be fair, that second game from the Tactimon ChaosGallantmon player is very rough. Didn't see a single rookie. As we can see, they're going through looking for a rookie. I'm not sure how many cards that was to see a rookie, but that is incredibly unfortunate. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed today's match. I will be back tomorrow with more daily content, and I do have another store championship happening this weekend, so I will have more store championship coverage as well as locals coverage. So if you're interested in that, be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out.